Hey guys, we're back. I'm Tom.
And I'm Darren.
And we're going to talk about the top 10 cities to avoid at all cost if you move to the state of Michigan. But if you like these videos, please do me a favor. Hit subscribe, ring that bell so you're notified. Our phone number and email address is all right here for you. Call us. We answer the phone. We're going to be the ones.
Answer the phone?
Yeah, we're going to answer the phone. We're going to be the ones to respond to you, not somebody that shouldn't be responding to you. We're going to be the ones to respond to you to help you understand Michigan, anywhere in Michigan. And today we're going to get into the top 10 places to avoid at all costs. So we're going to start from the north. Now, unless you really want to live in rural U.S., off the grid, I would first stay away from the UP-ish area. And that's not even on our list of places to stay away from. But I don't know, unless you're really into nature, hiking, retiring, going off the grid, maybe on the running from the feds, right? That's where you'd want to live for sure. But how we're breaking today's video down is by below poverty, crime rates, both violent crime and property crimes, like just stealing things, right? Mm-hmm. And unemployment. So if you look up this data, niche.com, there's a lot of different articles, a lot of different websites that will break down this data. But we're going to talk about the 10 because we live here. We're going to talk about the 10 cities, by all means, to avoid.
Let's do it.
What's number one? Muskegon. Muskegon Heights, actually.
There's a difference.
Yeah, definitely a difference. Muskegon Heights, more in the northwest side of the state, is definitely a city to avoid. It's known for its violent crime. It's known for its unemployment, living below the poverty line, all the things. It checks all the boxes that we just talked about.
So that starts our list.
That's number one, besides the UP, unless you're on the run.
True.
So number two and number three would really be the Saginaw and Flint area. Saginaw being one and Flint being another one. What do you think of those areas?
Well, those were all heavy automotive manufacturing towns, and now that they have slowed in job creation and everything, obviously everything else follows.
Yeah, so once a booming city, Flint was obviously known to be one of the best cities to live in America, along with Detroit back in the early days. But because of the rise and the fall and the rise again of the automotive industry, it's really hard to catch up in some of these cities. We're experiencing that here with Pontiac, with Flint, with Detroit, and those are all three on the list here. But Saginaw, because it's such a there's a bay, so there's a lot of industry. And because it's such an industry-related town to the automotive industry, it's experienced a little bit of that as well.
Oh, yeah.
And so crimes come in, whether it's property crime, violent crime, that's come in to play. Also, people aren't making as much money because a lot of these factories have been shut down. And so there's things to pay attention to if you want to move to Bay Cities, Saginaw, Flint, or even Pontiac. I don't know if those are places that I would want to move to right now.
They're all cities just kind of left behind, and they're working at it to try and bring in new industry and something that will support their base again. But it's been a tough road for them.
Yeah, trying to attract, and it goes back to the government here in Michigan, trying to attract different industries to come into town to diversify Michigan a little bit would be the biggest hurdle, right? Even Pontiac, it's this massive, awesome city that has so much history, but we can't seem to revive it fast enough, even though we want to.
Yeah, and I think it'll come back, because I think what we've really done is we've focused on Detroit.
Yes.
And we've tried to revitalize Detroit because it was such a gem to bring it back up, but the other cities are kind of peripheral to that right now as they start to rebuild that economy first and then work out through Michigan. So it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. There's so many different things at play. Some of these things just take a while. Now, the only reason Detroit's made the comeback as fast as it has is because of the likes of Dan Gilbert and Roger Penske.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously Quicken Loans is headquartered in Detroit. Roger Penske, the Penske organization, is in Detroit. So, and
Well, we can't forget Little Caesars with the Illich family.
oh gosh, yeah,
I mean,
there's some really.
they were really
Oh yeah, they're very
pioneers in it.
There's a lot of
And then the
people
rest
that
follow.
are really pushing on Detroit, but nobody's really pushing on Pontiac, and that's kind of what we hope to see, because Pontiac is the really the largest main city in Oakland County, so we really need Pontiac to rebound, but it's not somewhere that I would move right now with my family.
No. It'd be something down the road.
Down the
because
road.
really what we've come up to is Royal Oak, which is just north of Detroit, that they've come back in and revitalized, which was kind of just a sleepy little town. And I think
Yeah, see,
you look at Pontiac, it would be the next in line coming out from Detroit, but
Right.
not on the palette yet to go.
Yeah, so Royal Oak, Ferndale, Berkeley, even Hazel Park is up and coming. So there's a lot of that happening right now. So those are not on the list, by the way. Those
No.
are not on the list. So Muskegon Heights is on the list. Saginaw, Flint, and Pontiac are the next three that I would not move to.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if you're coming to Michigan, call us. We'll help you.
Yeah, we're going to tell you the areas that are
We are licensed real estate agents.
exactly.
But as we get closer to Detroit, Darren, there's a little city in the middle of Detroit. What do you call that?
That's called Highland Park.
Yeah, stay away from there too.
Yeah, a little different from the Texas Highland Park, which is quite notably different.
Yeah,
And it's
so,
about a 1 square mile little spot right in the middle of Detroit that's its own entity. It's kind of funky.
and because it's its own entity, it has its own law enforcement, has its own things like that. So it's kind of got left behind, much like some of the automotive industry.
It has, and even in Detroit, when you look at the growth has come up through the center of Detroit with Wayne State
Yeah.
and a lot of other things happening in that midsection of what's going on. And then from Ferndale and Oakland County coming south, it just sits right in that little area that just hasn't gotten hit yet.
Yeah, and so even near Detroit is Hamtramck, and Hamtramck is not on our list. Again, there's a
not.
few that's not on the list.
My son lives in Hamtramck.
But East Detroit is on our list.
yes.
Tell us about East Detroit.
Well, what we've seen through crime statistics and all these, because actually my son looked to get a house in there, and I did more research, and really the crime on that edge of Detroit has just been terrible lately. I mean, like 560% above national averages, which
It can't even be any worse than Chicago right now.
probably not, but I want to live in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't either.
So
Chicago.
strike two. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, know the spots in Detroit, because the west side of Detroit has done pretty well.
Yeah.
It's got some great neighborhoods in it, and they've worked hard at that. But it's just time to push up that way.
Another city that I would not move to with my family, Darren, would be Harper Woods.
Well, Harper Woods just sits right on the top portion of East Detroit, so I mean it's right in that section to where everything is kind of pushed up into. Which is crazy, because then you push right against the points, which are called Gross Point the Gross Point points. Wow, the Gross Point.
The Gross
Well,
Point
well, they're not
points.
even points, because they're farms and they're shores.
He
and
hasn't eaten yet, so we got to feed
Yeah,
this
there
guy
we
because
go.
he's starting
It
to
is.
stutter. But that's okay.
I tell you.
That's okay. So, no, obviously, also not on the list are the Grosse Pointe cities. Grosse Pointe Farms, Grosse
Shores.
Pointe Park, Grosse Pointe Shores, St. Clair Shores. Those are all those Lake St. Clair waterfront communities, Detroit River,
Which are gorgeous.
are gorgeous communities, but we neighbor to the Harper Woods and to some of the East Detroit.
Right. Which is just pushed up a little bit. Because you
So-
take Detroit right into the points, and that's really up and coming.
Yeah, so you do not want to make a bad decision when moving to Michigan. So please call us. We are licensed real estate agents. We live, eat, and breathe Michigan. All our phone numbers and everything is available right here. Call us. We love taking calls from you. We love helping people. That's what we do.
That's what we do. And
Yeah.
these videos.
Absolutely.
But that's what we do every day.
Yeah, these videos
Yeah.
sometimes are harder than others, but this one's not so bad.
No, because you kind of know.
Yeah, we kind of know, but you might not know. If you're looking to move to Michigan, if you make one wrong move and you move on the other side of 1 mile road,
That's a
or
big
1 mile
difference.
away, it could make a big difference. So you definitely want to check with us, and we'll kind of give you the lowdown and the skinny.
Oh, yeah. They've all seen the movie 8 Mile, right?
Oh yeah.
So it just gives you an idea.
Yeah, but 8 miles not so 8 mile anymore.
It's not. It's
9 mile,
pushing
9.5
down.
mile.
It's pushing down.
A little bit. And then downriver. So as you know, probably from watching other videos, I'm not a fan of downriver.
He is not a fan of Town River.
Not at all. and maybe it's because I don't know a ton about it, but Jackson, Trenton, and Ypsi are the 3 next on the list that I would not move to with my family.
And they all fall in the same trap that we see with Michigan and Hull. It's all the automotive towns that we've moved production facilities somewhere else and kind of left those towns behind, and they have yet to be able to capture some type of commerce or production that can get them back up and running again.
Yeah,
and
so
provide the jobs they need to.
There's a little bit of a theme here, right? You see that we're very automotive heavy, and because we're automotive heavy, when the automotive industry has its ups and downs, it causes mass chaos in all of these communities, right?
Oh, it does.
So that's why we're trying as a state to diversify. But because it takes a while to diversify and a while for all this to catch up, you're going to find some cities that are great to move into, like where we're sitting right now. I mean, this is beautiful, right? Where we're at. We're in Oakland County. Look at, there's Honcho, one of our favorite restaurants in Clarkston. Right here in that window. Look at, I can see it.
Stuck in that corner, isn't it? Yep.
It is. It's right there.
Shameless plug.
Yeah,
there you go,
shameless
Honchos.
plug. But we love Michigan, right? We love Michigan, but there are definitely areas to avoid.
There are.
And I know I said 10.
But we just told them.
Yeah, let's just run
Any
down.
other place we'll walk right
Let's just
there.
run down the list. We got Muskegon Heights.
Yes.
Saginaw.
Yeah.
We got Flint. Stay away from. Pontiac. Stay away from. Trenton, Ypsi, Jackson. Those are all downriver. Stay away from them. In Detroit, we have Highland Park, Harper Woods, and east side of Detroit. Notice we didn't just blanket Detroit.
It seems like everybody who doesn't live here, who does some goofy video, wants to just say Detroit, and they just lump it. You got to realize the size of Detroit. I mean, Detroit is a massive city, and it's broken up into all different little areas, almost like New York and the boroughs, but just different areas. And there's some phenomenal parts of Detroit right now that 10 years ago would have been on the list.
Yeah, so Detroit is often misunderstood. However, that's this side of the mouth speaking. This side of the mouth speaking, stay away from some parts of Detroit.
Yeah. We're going to do a video that'll break down Detroit and show you from there, because I'm there every Tuesday having dinner with my kid and telling him the restaurants to go to. So we'll come back on that one with something.
You gotta just start recording while you're down there.
I do.
Because Detroit, there's a lot of people watching these videos that they don't understand Detroit is really up and coming and is awesome. There's so much money pouring into Detroit. Detroit's a staple, right? It's a staple in America, being the Motor City, and Motown. Right?
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't been to Detroit in 5 years, or even in 3 years, pre-COVID, you need to get down there, because whatever you thought was there is not there anymore.
And
it's
obviously,
crazy.
Obviously we live in the suburbs, right? So we're just kind of telling you what cities to stay away from overall. And obviously, if there was a number 11, I'd say unless you're, again, on the lam, running from the feds, stay away from the UP.
Yeah. If
you think you're going to move to Michigan and the UP looks attractive, think again, or call us so we can kind of give you a guide. Because it's quite a ways away. It takes 6.5 hours from Detroit to the middle of the UP to drive. To give you some kind of gauge on the map, 6.5 hours takes to drive. But where we go up north Michigan, like for vacations, that's our up north, it's usually 2.5, maybe 3.5 hours. If I'm
to get to the tip of Michigan, the bridge.
Yeah, that's kind of where the vacationing is, and it's only a couple-hour drive, which is really great that's what's great about living here.
Well, that's why we have that up north, and just shoot up there on the weekend, shoot back home.
Yeah, but go a day early or a day late, remember?
Because sometimes Monday morning is better than
you want to stay
Sunday
out of the traffic.
Yeah.
So if you want to stay away from violent crimes, property crimes, the overall break into houses, breaking and entering, stealing things.
That was more of our criteria on this one. It wasn't an opinion based. It was just based on
it was all
those
facts.
type of things.
It was all facts. Unemployment, average income, median income, and which is obviously living below the poverty line. So those are the cities you want to stay away from. We're going to make another video, and that's going to be the cities you really want to focus on, especially if you have a family.
Which is fun. This is just a quick video on these.
Yeah,
we're going to get the good stuff coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Stay tuned.
But again, call us. Darren? No, did you say Tom last time?
I did.
Yeah. Well, this is actually Darren. I'm actually Tom. So I'm Tom Tillier. This is Darren. We're both licensed real estate agents. Please give us a call. Just call this number. email us, send a drone, whatever it is, text us. We love hearing from you, and we love helping you any way we possibly can.
We certainly do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Until next time, we'll see you.